It took us a little bit longer to find our special beverage that we're going to be sharing this year. It took us a while.
It did. We had to
it.
search a little bit more. Unfortunately, we were not able to link up with our usual good friend at Total Wine, Scott.
That's right.
We didn't get to see him this year. Hopefully he's doing well. I'm sure he is. I'm sure he's fine.
Hopefully.
So we have made this decision completely on our own, and we were already thinking that we wanted to go at least to a different part of the world, perhaps, for our thank you spirit.
Yep.
This is is this our fourth annual?
Fourth annual.
Was that possible?
Fourth annual, since we came, we had a little hiatus there. Since we've come back, and we've been doing this live on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages. This is commemorating the fourth year of that.
Yeah, we, like I said, again, want to thank everybody that follows us, that supports our content, and ever since we went on Twitch, and like I said, obviously since we are affiliates there, some subs started coming our way. We've used the money that we get for putting it back into equipment here in the studio, improving everything that we can. But at the end of the year, there's usually a little something left over, and we throw in a little bit of our own money too, and we kind of want to do like a big push of something we normally wouldn't buy. Like I said, we do buy some more expensive things here, but this is usually kind of over and above. So thanks to all of you, we are able to do this. So we've got something from Mexico. We've got a tequila for this fourth annual Thank You podcast. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith, and we are AboutBeverages.com. And the beverage that we are about today for this special fourth annual podcast is the Tears of Llorona Extra Anejo Tequila.
Yeah, that is it's quite a lot to say, especially when we're kind of dealing with foreign language.
Right.
Even though both of us are native actual Spanish speakers. That's not true at all.
No, not at all.
That's not true at all. Anyway, this is one that really caught our eye in the case at Total Wine. We'd looked at it for a little while. I think you actually noticed it at first, and mostly because it uses 3 different types of barrels to age the tequila in itself. It is an extra añejo, so it's aged for 5 years, this one in particular. But then they use sherry, brandy, and Scotch casks to age this in, which sounded really interesting. Yep. The blending of this, like I said, by their master tequilero, which I think is an amazing word that I'm going to start using even more often. You just said
very well.
I think I did okay there. That was not too bad. It's Herman Gonzalez, exactly, right?
That's right.
He has been working for a while, and supposedly there is a wonderful, not quite uplifting story, but there is a story that goes with this. Yeah. And we're going to read it to you. It's very short, but we're going to read it to you about where this name comes from for this tequila. So the story goes that this name for this tequila, it stems from a folk tale that Gonzalez heard as he was a child. It involves a beautiful Mexican native who falls in love with a conquistador. When he leaves her for a younger woman, she drowns their children and herself. Upbeat already, right?
Right.
Doomed to walk the earth, she is said to be heard crying for her lost children. Hence, she is called La Llorona, the weeping woman. The weeping woman. But Gonzalez's reason for using the name is nothing so horrible as that. He says that when he tasted his creation, he wept tears of joy. So I don't know if we'll feel tears when we do that. I mean, I almost want to cry just thinking about that story, to be honest. But
we've also seen that defined as the one who cries, and so I guess in this case, Mr. Gonzalez was the one who cried.
He did,
when
exactly.
He tasted this, when he combined these, when he put his tequila in 3 different casks. And there's a lot of information on this one, actually, which is, we had another one we were going to choose, and it was very hard to find information on. So I'm actually really glad that for a lot of different reasons that we're going with this. And the links that we'll have for you, there's a good little video, and he talks about how, about his thought process and why he has the 3 different casks. And there's just a little more history, a little more detail involved in that. But as we are about to taste this, we're just opening this for the first time, as you may have just seen as I was talking. But we really want to thank everybody for all of the support that you've given us, and not just for this year, but in particular the last 4 years here on Twitch. I know that you've just got a whole wonderful community of people that you game with and that you play with, and they're here, and you're talking about beverages at those times as well, and about a lot of other things too. But and any of you who have been with us on YouTube or listening to us going way back to 2008 when this whole thing started.
Yeah.
This is but this is what we had hoped, at least on a small scale, what we hoped that this could be sharing in both ways, sharing. You guys sharing with us sharing with you. So thank you very much again. We just want to extend our appreciation because of that, we get to go outside our usual fiscal zone.
Yeah, no, I would totally agree. And and speaking of like community and everything else, this was one we had kind of looked at, we're interested in. It was on our radar, and we had done some research, but also some creators on TikTok, or honestly, who also were mentioning this one specifically as not only a good presentation for the tequila, but also a masterfully blended tequila. And I was like, okay, we always talk about, if I'm going to finally have something that is supposed to let me have the thing that you claim is one of the top things.
Yep.
And so, like I said, that's why I'm very excited to try this.
And this is a 1 liter bottle too.
This is a 1
None
liter
of that
bottle.
750 milliliter
We haven't
stuff.
talked about the price. Did we save the price to the very end? Obviously, people know it's expensive. Did we talk about the price now or later?
Let's save it for later.
Okay, we will save it for later. Tease right there. So, my knowledge of tequila is not as vast as a lot of other when it comes to other spirits, but I do appreciate a good tequila. I don't know if I probably can count on one hand how many extra añejos I've had, so it's kind of neat seeing a tequila that is this dark, because this is definitely getting into cool. This is definitely getting into bourbon Scotch territory, that kind of thing, which is something I'm always excited to try. And
colored. It's funny though, when we were looking at other things. It was funny, and we even did this last year.
Yeah,
we're looking at $350, $400 bottles. Not that we were going to be getting them, but it just, when something is so light. Yeah, and that has nothing to do with taste or quality.
It's probably amazing. It's probably amazing.
But it's just funny. I'm going to spend a lot of. I want to see that color.
I want to see that there was some work put into this, and work to me means a darker color for some reason.
I don't know why.
I don't either. Yeah, no, there was some other ones, because we've had Duncan Taylor. If you want to go back and watch those other podcasts and the stuff we've had, obviously go in the archives at About Beverages. But yeah, we looked at some other Duncan Taylor things, and they were just literally like yellow straw Chardonnay, even light Chardonnay, and it was just like, that doesn't seem like that was really aged 18. That was not in any. It just happened to be at the back of the warehouse for 18 years. It wasn't actually in a barrel. But all right, I can't wait any longer. Should we get to the nose?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So I'm still a little bit of a disadvantage. Actually, not a little bit, more than a little bit.
Yeah. Do you want to, like I said, if people have just seen this video for the first time?
One of the effects of my contracting COVID around Thanksgiving is that I pretty much entirely lost my sense of smell. Sense of taste was diminished. They were both coming back more,
which is good. We are thankful for that as well.
taste more so than smell. But I really, at the most right now, I'm getting either really high notes or low notes on things. And I can smell the fruit of the tequila in it, and that's unfortunately that's about it.
Yeah, I am very thankful. Like I said, I was worried when you get into the extra añejo and all these different barrel things, and not that I don't think that this person knows what they're doing, but to me, I was like, is too much of the tequila, which makes it a tequila, going to be lost? And I'm happy to report that it's not. Like I said, you definitely still get that wonderful, like I said, that vegetal aroma, like I said, that plant, the tequila plant, the agave plant, you get that aroma, but it cuts off just a little bit early, which is nice. And I think that's then where it kind of dips into, I get a little bit of the sherry in there. I get that kind of that fruit. And then I don't really get, like I said, I don't know where the Scotch would be playing in there. I think I'm getting more of like the brandy cask. So there's nice,
sweet from that.
There's a very nice sweetness at the end in the aroma, like that I'm getting too, like I said, with, again, that can also, that and the bourbon cask can also, the Scotch cask can almost tie together a little bit. And if you do watch the videos on their website, he specifically said he uses the Scotch cask to dry it a little bit.
Yeah. Yep.
So who knows? Maybe that'll be more in the taste then. So, but no, this smells. This definitely is the most diverse set of aromas that I've ever had in tequila before. So I'm very excited for the taste.
Okay.
Are you as well?
I am. Well, I'm hoping I can actually taste a little bit more than I can smell.
Well, let's go for it then. Cheers.
To 4 years.
To 4 years of doing this. We've done this other stuff for way over a decade.
Of this part. Right.
Go check all that stuff out.
I have a feeling it is I who will be the one who cries.
And
because I'm really not getting much of anything. A little, just right there. I got a little something, but I can't quite put my finger on it. But I can definitely feel some heat.
Mm-hmm. I would agree with that.
And there's something
surprisingly for 86 proof, there is this nice warmth going down.
There's something at the back of my tongue that kind of just goes out. I don't really know what that flavor is, but it's definitely a sensation of that heat, of that spreading out as it goes through. But Tell me what I'm missing.
What you're missing is something quite amazing. I always worry when something either gets talked up a little bit or I make a decision like, that we did on this one. And it's like, oh, this could be in my head that I want it to live up. This honestly lives up to everything that I had hoped for this bottle. You still get the tequila at to me, it comes and hits me in just these beautiful little waves that just all blend together. You get a little tequila at first for me. Like I said, you get that agave plant. And then that rolls into, for me, I'm actually getting some of the Scotch now. You're getting a little bit of that light, peaty, like sea spray. And then that rolls into the sherry and the brandy casks are kind of coming together with that little bit of fruit. And then the tequila, to me, wraps it, like I said, that flavor wraps around again at the end on the finish. And it's really nice. There's a little light cinnamon spice in there. Like I said, but the fruit.
That's what I'm getting.
Sweet, you're getting a little cinnamon.
I can get the cinnamon.
There's definitely some cinnamon in the spice and the spice, like I said, of the agave plant and just all of that though just comes together so hard, and the finish is so nice. Like I said, again, a little bit of warmth, but on the actual palate itself is just absolutely amazing. It's so wonderfully smooth. It's got a great viscosity to it, and the body is
that
nice.
Feels good.
There's a little bit of weight to it. This is the best, obviously, I've ever had, and I cannot wait to make a margarita with it.
I think
not
though,
a goddamn chance.
as you were talking about that made me think of our previous beverages that we've had. We've had 3 scotches actually, right?
I think we have.
But
all the coincidence. We tried to buy bourbon,
right? We did
because we love bourbon here a lot.
But they all had some, and I think one of them was a little more than the others. But they all had those nice layers of flavor that then came back around again, and they had the long finishes. And I think maybe that is what you're going to get in maybe upper. And we'd have to find that out if we ever do this like with wine or something like that. You're probably getting those, just not that quick finish. You're getting that repeating flavor that just kind of goes on, that lingering finish. So, because when you're saying that, I'm like, yeah, I've heard us talk like this before.
No,
we've said this.
Yeah, the flavors just keep coming back around. Like I said, again, having another sip. Like I said, the warmth is fantastic. I don't need to keep repeating myself. Those things just keep wrapping around, and as you're sitting there, as you're savoring it, you're like, oh, I'm getting a little more tequila. Okay, now I'm getting some of those other notes. Getting a little bit of the cinnamon. I'm getting some of that peat. I'm getting the sweet. I'm getting the fruit from the sherry barrel. I'm getting the little brandy notes in there. It's just, there's nothing else to say, but it's just masterfully blended together. Like I said, you're not getting more of one thing than the other, or it doesn't. Sometimes we have different beverages where it feels like, okay, now I'm getting this flavor. Now I'm getting this flavor.
Right.
Now everything's very segmented. Everything just rolls together just very harmoniously.
Oh, that's good. I like, I know what I'm missing out on now. And I think, like you said, it's cool that it's not like it's a tequila where they hid the tequila part and just put all this other stuff.
Yeah, that was my biggest fear.
Tequila's still there, but they just added these other layers, and I think that's very, obviously it shows off the skill of the man who put it together.
Yes. So thank you to everybody that, again, helped put this podcast together, not just us, but everybody that has either followed, watched, retweeted something we've done, has watched videos on YouTube, which is obviously a great place to subscribe. Or if you watch us on Twitch and you've chosen to sub to us and help us out, like I said, financially in that way, all of those things are very much appreciated and go a long way to keeping the lights on here at About Beverages and keeping us doing what we're doing and being able to do something very special like this. So, I, like I said, thank everybody out there. And again, follow us on all those social media platform things. If you like just audio versions of these kind of shows, usually we're a little bit tighter when it comes to the show. This one we do talk a little bit more, going a little bit more in depth. But if you want a little short form podcasts and things, obviously Google Podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, all of those things are available to you. You can follow us there. If you have a favorite podcasting app, just go ahead and search for About Beverages, and you will probably find us there. And of course, there's some pillars that we could also talk about. The 3 pillars,
we always talk about.
We'd be remiss if we didn't mention these.
We have to mention Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter, which is the one that we use most frequently to keep in touch with you and let you know what's going to be going on. And follow us on Twitter. And Andrew will keep you up to date on what he's doing throughout the week, and we'll let you know when we're going to be going live on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages most Thursday evenings.
That's very true. Yeah. And again, thank you to everybody, and also thank you very much this guy right here.
Well,
I
and
appreciate
to you.
that we get to do this for so long. Like I said, some people know, like I said, we worked together for many years, and this was our excuse to continue to get together after our paths kind of separated a little bit. But now this is how we get to stay together, and I'm very appreciative of the time that we get to spend recording these shows. So thank you very much for.
You are welcome, and people probably know this, but this site would not still be viable and have a beating heart if it wasn't for you. It would have it would not be. It would not be around if it wasn't for you and your drive over the years and keeping it going and keeping me on my toes and holding me accountable where I needed to be. Being better and getting back there. But so thank you for all that you've done to keep this going. So It's a lot of fun.
Well, cheers to everybody. And we normally say whether we like it or not, but Keith, if he could taste, would know that he loves this one. That's fantastic. So if you, we never said the price, did we?
We never did say
I just said the price. So I was about to say, so if you want to spend $230 on a tequila, and
a 1 liter of tequila.
A 1 liter. Okay, maybe that might change your mind. It is 1 liter. It's not 750 mil. If you want to do that, which, like I said, we were lucky enough to do this, you should give it a shot.
That's right. Thank you for giving us a shot every week and every day that you show up.
Cheers.
Cheers.